What do you see when you look at ancient symbols? Do strange shapes and curious designs catch your eye? Have you ever wondered about the hidden meanings behind these mysterious markings? Today, we're going to explore the fascinating world of sacred symbols and uncover their hidden meanings. Symbols have been used by humans for thousands of years. They're a powerful way to communicate ideas without words. In fact, symbols are like a universal language that can speak to people across different cultures and time periods. But why do symbols have such a strong impact on us? It turns out that our brains are wired to respond to visual cues, and symbols tap into this natural ability. Let's start by looking at the universal language of symbols. Think about how a simple shape like a circle can mean so many things: unity, wholeness, or eternity. Symbols have the power to convey complex ideas in a single image. This is why they've been used throughout history to represent important concepts in religion, philosophy, and culture. Symbols work on a deeper level than words alone. They speak to our subconscious mind, evoking emotions and memories that we might not even be aware of. This is part of what makes symbols so powerful. They can communicate messages that go beyond our conscious understanding. As we dig into the ancient origins of symbols, we find that humans have been using them since the earliest civilizations. Cave paintings, rock carvings, and ancient artifacts all show that our ancestors used symbols to express themselves and make sense of the world around them. These early symbols often represented natural phenomena like the sun, moon, or stars. Over time, symbols became more complex, representing abstract ideas and spiritual concepts. When we look at common sacred symbols, we see patterns that show up across different cultures. The cross, the star, the spiral, these shapes appear in various forms around the world. Each symbol has its own basic meaning, but it's fascinating to see how these meanings can shift and change depending on the context. For example, the symbol of a tree can represent growth, knowledge, or the connection between heaven and earth. In different cultures, the tree symbol might be associated with specific myths or religious stories. This shows us how symbols can have both universal and culturally specific meanings. Comparing symbols across different cultures reveals some interesting patterns. We often find similar symbols being used to represent similar ideas, even in societies that had no contact with each other. This suggests that there might be something fundamental about certain shapes and designs that resonates with the human mind. At the same time, we see how the interpretation of symbols can vary widely. A symbol that means good luck in one culture might be seen as a bad omen in another. This reminds us that while symbols can be powerful, their meanings are not always fixed or universal. The psychology behind symbols is a fascinating area of study. Our brains are incredibly good at recognizing patterns and assigning meaning to visual information. When we see a symbol, our mind immediately starts to process it, connecting it to other ideas and experiences we've had. This is why symbols can be so effective in communication. They can convey complex ideas quickly and efficiently, bypassing our logical thought processes and speaking directly to our emotions and intuition. Symbols can trigger memories, evoke feelings, and even influence our behavior on a subconscious level. Visual communication through symbols is particularly powerful because it doesn't rely on language. This means that symbols can transcend linguistic barriers and communicate ideas across cultures. It's no wonder that symbols have been used throughout history in art, religion, and even advertising. One particularly interesting area of symbolic study is sacred geometry. This refers to the mathematical patterns that appear in nature and are often incorporated into sacred symbols. These patterns, like the golden ratio or the Fibonacci sequence, show up in everything from the spirals of seashells to the arrangement of petals on a flower. Many ancient cultures recognized these patterns and incorporated them into their art and architecture. The idea behind sacred geometry is that these mathematical relationships reflect the fundamental structure of the universe. By using these patterns in symbols, people hope to tap into this cosmic order. Sacred geometry shows up in many familiar symbols. The six-pointed Star of David, for example, is made up of two overlapping equilateral triangles. The ancient symbol of the flower of life is based on multiple overlapping circles. These geometric designs are not just visually pleasing, they're thought to carry deeper meanings about the nature of reality. Even in our modern world, sacred symbols continue to play an important role. We see them in corporate logos, on national flags, and in popular culture. Many people wear symbolic jewelry or get tattoos of meaningful symbols. This shows that even in our high-tech age, we still find value in these ancient forms of communication. The continued relevance of symbols in our world speaks to their enduring power. In a time when we're bombarded with information, symbols offer a way to convey meaning quickly and effectively. They can serve as shorthand for complex ideas, helping us make sense of the world around us. But symbols aren't just about communication with others, they can also have personal meaning. Many people find that certain symbols resonate with them on a deep level. This could be a traditional sacred symbol or something more personal, like a shape or design that holds special significance. Finding symbols that resonate with you can be a powerful tool for personal growth. Some people use symbols as focal points for meditation or reflection. Others incorporate meaningful symbols into their living spaces or personal style as a reminder of important values or goals. As we look to the future, it's clear that symbols will continue to evolve. Just as ancient cultures created new symbols to represent their changing world, we too are creating new symbols for the digital age. Emojis, for example, could be seen as a modern form of symbolic communication. At the same time, we're finding new meanings in old symbols. As our understanding of the world changes, so too does our interpretation of traditional symbols. This shows the dynamic nature of symbolic language. It's constantly adapting to reflect our evolving understanding of the world. There are many practical ways to incorporate the power of symbols into your daily life. Some people use symbols as part of a mindfulness practice, focusing on a meaningful symbol during meditation. Others might choose to wear or display symbols that represent important personal values or goals. You might also consider creating your own personal symbol. This could be a design that represents something important to you, or a combination of existing symbols that hold special meaning. The process of creating and working with your own symbol can be a powerful tool for self-reflection and personal growth. In the world of art and design, understanding the power of symbols can enhance your creative work. Whether you're a painter, a graphic designer, or work in any other visual medium, incorporating meaningful symbols can add depth and resonance to your creations. Symbols can also be useful tools in problem-solving and creative thinking. Sometimes representing a complex problem or idea as a simple symbol can help you see it in a new light. This technique is used in fields ranging from psychology to business strategy. As we've explored the world of sacred symbols, we've seen how these simple shapes and designs can carry profound meanings. From ancient cave paintings to modern corporate logos, symbols have been a constant part of human communication and expression. We've learned that symbols speak to us on a deep, often subconscious level. They tap into our brain's natural ability to process visual information, allowing us to convey complex ideas quickly and effectively. We've seen how symbols can transcend cultural and linguistic barriers, forming a kind of universal language. We've explored the origins of symbols in ancient civilizations and traced their evolution through history. We've looked at how similar symbols can appear in different cultures, sometimes with similar meanings, sometimes with very different interpretations. We've delved into the fascinating world of sacred geometry, seeing how mathematical patterns found in nature have been incorporated into symbolic designs. We've considered the psychological impact of symbols, understanding why they can be so powerful in communication and personal growth. We've also looked at the role of symbols in our modern world, seeing how they continue to be relevant even in our digital age. We've explored how symbols can have personal meaning and how working with symbols can be a tool for self-reflection and personal development. Looking to the future, we've considered how symbols might continue to evolve, adapting to our changing world while still maintaining their power to convey deep meanings. We've also explored practical ways to incorporate the power of symbols into our daily lives, from meditation practices to creative work. Throughout this exploration, we've seen that symbols are more than just interesting designs or historical artifacts. They're a fundamental part of how we communicate and make sense of the world around us. Whether we're conscious of it or not, symbols play a role in our daily lives, influencing how we think, feel, and interact with the world. As you go about your day, take a moment to notice the symbols around you. What do they mean? How do they make you feel? You might be surprised at the depth of meaning contained in these simple shapes and designs. The power of symbols isn't just in their traditional or cultural meanings. It's also in the personal significance we assign to them. A symbol that resonates with you can be a powerful tool for focusing your thoughts, expressing your identity, or working towards your goals. So why not explore the world of symbols for yourself? Look into the meanings of traditional sacred symbols. Consider what symbols resonate with you personally. You might even want to create your own symbol, one that represents something important in your life. The world of sacred symbols is rich and complex, with layers of meaning waiting to be discovered. By understanding and working with symbols, we can tap into a powerful form of communication that goes beyond words. We can connect with ancient wisdom, express complex ideas, and explore our own inner landscapes. As you continue your day, keep an eye out for the symbols around you. Notice how they affect you, what they communicate, and how they shape your perception of the world. You might just start to see things in a whole new light. Symbols are not just relics of the past or tools for mystics and artists. They're a living, evolving language that we all use every day, often without realizing it. By becoming more conscious of symbols and their meanings, we can enrich our understanding of the world and ourselves. Whether you're interested in history, psychology, art, or personal growth, the study of sacred symbols offers something for everyone. It's a field that combines logic and intuition, ancient wisdom, and modern insights. It invites us to look beyond the surface and discover the hidden meanings in the world around us. So the next time you see a curious shape or an interesting design, take a moment to wonder, what does this symbol mean? What is it trying to communicate? You might be surprised at the insights you gain and the connections you make. Sacred symbols are a powerful tool for communication, self-expression, and personal growth. They offer a way to convey complex ideas simply and directly, speaking to us on a level that goes beyond words. By understanding and working with symbols, we can tap into this ancient and universal language, enriching our lives and deepening our understanding of the world around us. As we end our exploration of sacred symbols, remember that this is just the beginning. The world of symbols is vast and endlessly fascinating, with new discoveries waiting to be made. So keep your eyes open, stay curious, and don't be afraid to explore the hidden meanings in the symbols all around you. Thank you for joining me on this journey through the world of sacred symbols. I hope you found it as fascinating and inspiring as I have. Remember, the power of symbols is always there, waiting for you to tap into it. So go forth and explore, and see what hidden meanings you can uncover in the symbols of your world.